Hello everyone, I am Nuri, and in this video I will try to show you how to quick start learning Rhino and start doing a model with your first trial. As you may have encountered when you're trying to learn a new software, it's at the beginning it's a little bit frustrating learning all the new commands, all the toolbars, all the menus, and also with the tutorials that go pretty slow. So here we try to learn to do a model with the basic commands of Rhino, and this model should resemble really closely to the actual model. But before starting with doing the modeling, I'm gonna show you the main commands and tools that we're gonna use for our models. So in Rhino, like many other 3D softwares, we have the port views. So here, for example, in top, it shows the environment or the drawing environment from the top. So in the standard tab panels, we have all the 2D tools for drawing 2D objects. Also, we have surfaces. We have 3D objects that we can use. Also, we have some operation that we will use in our model in this video. So, for example, if you want to draw a line or a polyline, you can click here and start drawing by clicking at the points that you want to draw the line between them. And to stop drawing, either you hit enter or right click. So here I hit enter. So I have a polyline. Also we can draw a curve here. For example, if you notice that the points that control the curve are probably outside of the curve, again I hit enter to stop drawing. Also there is another curve, it's called interpolated point curve. So in this case, the curve go through the points that you actually draw in the viewport. Okay. If you notice that most of the icons has this little triangle next to it, that means there is more type of icons. You can hold the click on it or click on it, so it will show how many icons and commands is contained within this icon. So another thing we might want to do is, for example, doing these two operation, trim or split. For example, let's do the split. So I will draw a line here and I want to split this polyline with using this line. So what I do, I select here, I go to split, I click split. In the command line, it asks you for the select the cutting object. So I'm gonna use this one for cutting the polyline. So when I select it, it tells you press enter when it's done. So I hit enter and supposedly has to be splitted. Yes. So I have the lines, I have my polylines splitted, as you can see. Another operation we can do, I'll draw another line here. So it's the trim. So if I select those two and click on trim, it tells you select object to trim, press enter to clear selection and start over. So we just want to select where we want to trim. So if I want to trim this, I click it. If I want to trim this, I click it. So now I have it trimmed. So it's pretty easy and obvious. Another thing we may want to do, for example, I will delete this line and also delete the splitter. So if you notice that we have these two curves, they are separated. So if I want to join them, I can select these two and click on join. So supposedly now is one curve or one polyline. For example, I'm gonna join these two. Okay, so now it's joined. As you can see, when I click on it, it will be selected and the color turned to yellow and so on. So if you want to do any other or use any other tools, you can just click on it, and in the help you have all the details how to use this command. And some of the command has videos that you can play, and it will be easier to understand. So it's pretty much straightforward. Another command that I wanted to show you here that we're going to use in our model is the explode command. So if I hit explode, it will explode my line into segmented line, and also I can select it and join it again. So now it's joined. So that pretty much is. So for now, for the modeling tutorial, I'm going to show you how to model a water pipe using those basic and simple commands and tools that we have just explained. So I already prepared a file it's called Nergila, that will be included in the description of this video and the website. So what we're gonna do, as you might see, I already modeled part of the model, and we're gonna finish it. So here I have the water pipe, I have all the part of the water pipe, I have the glass base, I have the main device, and I have the tray, and I have the pipe. So what is missing right now is the tobacco bowl. So what we want to do is to draw a tobacco bowl here and put it on top of it. So in order to do so, we can go to the right port view, and we want to draw here or model here the tobacco bowl. So in order to do so, first need to draw a margin for us. Here I'm gonna put ortho. I put by keyword for example 2.5. So it's gonna show me a line that's 2.5 centimeter long, and if I go further it will not let me, so I have to click so I can draw again. So for the height I go for example 10 centimeter. Okay, so you see it will not go further, and then 5. Okay, enter. So as you see, if I go down I come back to here, so it's like 5 by 10. Okay, we actually will not use this line, it's just for a margin for us to imagine where we're gonna draw. So I'm not gonna go through too much detail like centimeters and millimeters. We just try to do something that's look like the cross section of a tobacco bowl. So here I click near this line, click again, go until here, and then I click here, I come back till here, almost a little bit higher, and then right click. So this is the part that will sit on the top of the tube. So again, I'm gonna use, for example, in this case, the interpolated curve. I can use OSnap and endpoint, so I can click on the endpoint directly, and then I will remove the ortho so I can have freedom. So I will draw a curve a little bit and go up again a little bit toward the inside and go up again, something like that. And I can hit enter. So it's a good curve, not perfect, but close enough. So I can use also here arc. I like this type of arc, which you define the start and end point of the arc, and the third point you use it to define the curvature of the arc. So I click on this and go like this, and then decide how I want my curve. For example, that way, that way, that way. Okay, I can hit space to repeat the action, which was drawing the arc. I hit space and I go like this and do another arc. So this one a little bit sharper. Okay, and maybe I use the polyline to draw a straight one. Okay, I can select these two curves, or select most of it until here, and I hit join in order to join them. So now I have them joined. Another command that we're gonna use today is offset. So I wanted to duplicate, like here, duplicate this curve to make it like to give it a thickness. So I can, for example, I can write offset and I can define the distance. The distance could be as much as this thickness. So the distance for the offset, let's say that much. So it's 0.208, and toward this direction or this direction I want it toward inside, so I hit inside. So probably, yeah, there is a sharpness here. Yeah, it's okay, it's fine, it's from inside, it will not be very visible. So I close these two ends, and I probably need to close this end too. So I go straight until here and then I close it. But it's not really closed, it's just separated lines, so I can select all of them and hit join again. Okay, so now I have this part. The other thing is to have like a bottom of the bowl, the place where the tobacco sits. So I need another curve here, or I can use a straight polyline. For example, around here I can hit near here, select near, so I can choose the closest point on this curve to the mouse to choose from. For example, around here you can go almost until here, no, or a little bit more inside. I can hold shift to act like ortho. Okay, now I want to join these two curves too, but we have this line, continuous line here, so I need to trim it, for example. So I can select all of them, click trim, and come back and trim here, and press enter when I'm done. So now I have it trimmed. Now again I need to join them. Okay, now it seems for me look fine. So I removed this curve. It was just a margin for me not to go too much out or to make a big tobacco bowl. Sorry. And if I go to perspective here, you will see it's just a line. It's just a line in space. How can I make it like a model? So in Rhino there is a simple command called revolve that create a surface revolving this curve around a certain axis, in this case the central axis. So I go back to the right viewport, I select this line, I go to surface, I go to revolve. I can also write revolve in the command line, which I prefer, but for the sake of this video I will click here on the revolve command, and it will ask me, as long as the curve is selected, it will not ask me to select the curve. It goes straight to the next step, which says start of revolve axis, where the revolve axis starts. For example, around, I go like, I make it around here in the center and go, I can hold shift to draw a straight line. I go into here and I click, and it will ask me the second or the next question. It tell me what is the start angle of this revolve. I say 0 until the end angle is 36 degrees. So I wanted to revolve this curve 360 degrees. I hit enter again, and now it seems like I have it. So I go to perspective again to check, and yes, I have that tray. So I just need to put tobacco and start smoking. So that's pretty much it. Now you have almost fully functioning water pipe in order to smoke, which I am not recommending it actually. So all the other parts, if you go to the layers, you have all the other parts like the base, the glass base, the glass base which is in purple, the main device, the ashtray, the pipe input, this green part. Every part of this is being done like the way I have done the tobacco bowl. So you can also repeat the same method for the ashtray, for the main device, and for the water glass. The only thing you cannot do this way is the pipe itself or the hose. So I'm gonna delete the hose. Sorry, it's two surfaces, that's fine. Okay, if you see, I just draw a curve. Actually, it's a poly curve around the water pipe. So I select this curve and I can write here, for example, pipe. So there is a command in Rhino called pipe. So if I click on this or hit enter, it will tell me make sure that the thickness is no and the cap is none also. So I click on cap here and I choose no cap. Okay, I can give it a thickness, for example, but for now it's just fine. So it will tell me what is the start radius of this pipe that I'm gonna make according to this curve. So the start radius, I want it to be smaller than here, so I think it's around 0.60 or 0.9 maybe, yes. And the end radius, let's make it a little bit smaller, 0.7. And if it will ask me if I want to select a certain point on the curve to give it a different radius around there, but I'm not going to do that, so I just hit enter again, and boom, I have the pipe, or I have the hose. So if you look at this water pipe, there is another part missing here, which is called the air valve, or the ball controller. So it's basically another part of the device that look like the input, the pipe input, just for releasing air when it's necessary. So I leave this part as a homework for you guys. If you want to try, you just use the same methods that we used for making the tobacco bowl, and that's it. So by using some basic commands in Rhino, we can actually draw pretty decent object that resemble the actual water pipe. Thank you very much for watching. Have a nice time.